Thanks to PlayStation Canada, we are giving away 10 limited edition MLB The Show 24 Presto cards with...
I forgot to change it.
Yeah, whatever. I was like, that doesn't need to be there anymore.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to PlayStation Generation Episode 9. My name is Matt, and I'll be your host for today's events. I'm joined, as always, by the big boss himself, Mr. Court Lalonde. What's up, Court?
Big boss.
Fine. I gotta find something else. Like, it's the big boss man is all that goes into my head, and I'm like, he was an average WWF superstar, so it's like,
I don't mean that like.
I like Supreme Court. It was good. I know it's from the Voldemort thing that we did before, but like,
We'll land on something. I went
too far.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine, dude. I have had a very good weekend in the past little bit. Like it's had some bad parts, but it's had some we went as family to the Jays game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Jays won.
Yeah.
My daughter stayed for the whole game. Now it's Junior Jays, so like for the parents out there and you live in the Toronto area, bringing your kids on Junior Jays games is amazing. There's so many activities for them to do. There's so many giveaways to do. They do face painting for free. They do airbrushing for free. There's just everything is for free for the kids, and it's fantastic, especially because of the cost to take your kids to a sporting event. It's the cheapest one we can take to in all of Toronto. You can get a mortgage payment and go to a Leaf game, or you can spend $100 and take your family of 4 to a Jays game. What do you do, right?
Yeah.
And then when we were coming home, my daughter was like, "Can we play catch?" So, I got a little emotional. I was like, "Yes, we can." And we played catch until the streetlights came on last night. Got up first thing this morning, and she's like, "Can we go to the park and play catch?" I'm like, yes, we can. I'm doing this show. After this, I'm going to do geotagging. So you go around. I'm so excited to do that. I've never done it before. So excited to do it. So we're going to go geocaching. Sorry, I said it incorrectly.
Yeah.
Where I live, because it's in Northern Ontario, there's a ton. Like my phone lit up. So we're going to go do that. So I've had a good weekend.
That's good, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you're having a wonderful time. It is a long weekend here up in Canada. Is it one in the States too? Yes.
Nope.
No. Ha! Anyways, also joined this week by the PlayStation Hokage himself, Mr. Rice. Boy, what's up?
That I like. That is a good one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still in love with it. So it's all good.
I have to pat myself on the back on that one because I'm very proud of it as well, and it just fits you so well.
Yes. I need to get like an overcoat.
Yeah,
that looks like
dude with patches,
yellow flash
with patches, or get the matching T-shirts. Not planned today.
No,
Matt and I.
Yeah, Court and I.
Oh shoot!
Not on purpose.
That's hilarious.
When Uniqlo dropped these, I messaged Court and I'm like, "Yo, there's some fire shirts over there," and he's like, "Done." And then we accidentally ordered a bunch of the same ones without even talking about it.
Yo, I wonder if it's still in their line. How long ago was that?
Oh, dude, like a year ago.
It's not, but Puma's got all the stuff. Matt got that wicked hoodie.
Yeah, I do like that hoodie.
Or if PlayStation's listening, hook Rice up.
PlayStation.
I'm right here.
You're right there. He lives at 169 420 this street avenue. So send it right there.
169 420. That's what's up. How'd you know?
I know you, bro. I know you. Let's kick things off because this week is a packed show. We have a bunch of news, including Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Tsushima, PlayStation Plus for May, along with our predictions for this incoming PlayStation showcase. There is rumble in the streets. There are whispers. You go to different street corners and somebody just comes up to you and be like, "You hear about that PlayStation showcase? It's coming soon." We know it's coming.
Well, especially because it's on the Summer Games Fest. The logo is there. Like it's like
100%. And like they've already said with the changeover of the presidents that they are going to be talking about the stuff later this month. So sometime, whether it be this week or next, we will have information on PlayStation's stuff soon. We know that much.
Don't they have that earnings call or whatever? Like the
already
state
passed.
of the No, sorry. The two CEOs are going to speak this week, and maybe they're going to let that happen first. Maybe, and then they'll announce the showcase.
Yeah, it's incoming. So we have some predictions lined up. We have some thoughts. We have some feelings. We have some stuff from the community as well. So stay strapped because we're going to kick things off, like always, with what's been keeping our attention lately. Court, have you been playing anything that you can talk about?
Well, I can say that I'm playing Hellblade 2. I just can't talk about it. But I've been playing that, and I Rice knows what I tried. And Rice, you're gonna be disappointed.
That's okay, buddy. That's okay, buddy.
I gave it 4 hours.
4 hours is a decent time.
So I played Destiny 2.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I remember I said I was going to play a game.
Yeah.
I started Destiny 2 because Rice has been talking about it. I'm like, all right, this sounds like it's going to be something for me, and I don't know what it is. And this happened with Call of Duty. I'll be in it for the campaign, but like for Destiny, I don't know. I feel like I've missed the boat, and I haven't played it since literally launch. And we have all the DLCs, and that's fantastic. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the zone where everybody is, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm talking to this guy. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I don't know what this money is worth.
Perfectly valid.
So for me, I tried and tried and tried, and then I got to I did the new DLC, the light. What's it called?
Into the Light.
Into the Light, and I got to the first boss at the end, who for some reason is harder for no reason. Like, why by yourself? Like that guy's just way too hard for no reason. I finally killed him, but I was like way too many tries.
Yes.
And it just wasn't fun. I think maybe if I play with you and have a nice fire team, I think I would have a good time and get Sherpa'd because I just felt lost. And then I just went back to the Division 2 and felt like a warm blanket. And I was like, this feels good.
Yeah, for sure.
And also RIP to Division Heartland. I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about it because it's too soon. It's too soon.
See you later.
See you later.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I was also thinking about hopping into Destiny 2, and then I was doing some research, and a lot of people, I think it was on the Destiny subreddit, were talking about how unfriendly this game is for returning players or players who have lapsed since it came out. Because I played the entirety of the campaign, and I played a lot of it at launch. I really liked it back then. Fell off just because I was doing the same thing over and over again. I was like, I'll come back to this later. And a lot of folks online were just like, it is not an easy road back into this game. So
it's too hard, dude. I was like, what is this, Bloodborne? Like, what is going on here?
Getting clapped, boy. But it's okay. I appreciate you trying. Rice, my dude, what about you? What's been keeping you busy?
Yes. Okay. So on your notes there, that is completely valid. I've invited a few people onto Destiny 2 as well, and there's this like the curve is too high. It's too steep for people to just get into it to try and invest in the very end game of the whole franchise or of the whole title, right? Lots of DLCs. I mean, this past month, the big sell was like, look, everything's for free. And I liken it to kind of sitting in front of one of your streaming services and trying to pick a movie with your partner. And it's just so overwhelming sometimes. And it's like, it's not very kind to new players. So unless you had invested the time into it, I really, really don't know if this one's for you, unless you are someone who wants to focus solely on like one activity, because there's so much to do in Destiny 2. Like you could focus on the story. I know that there are people who jumped back on solely to do PvP stuff. So that's one aspect that people can kind of jump into, but still. So yeah, Destiny 2, also playing Hellblade, and still playing Stellar Blades. And
that needs to be a t-shirt.
It's so fun. It is. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Haven't completed it yet because other things are taking precedence, but yeah, that's what's going on.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I am not playing Hellblade 2, but I did finish Hellblade 1 over the course of the last week.
Nice.
I decided to finally go at it, and I liked it. I didn't love it. I think that it is very ambitious. I think that the sound design, the art style, the graphics, all of that, fantastic. The story, really, really good. The focus on mental health, also really well done. I still get chills just thinking about the voices talking to me from all over my head. The actual act of playing the game is okay. Like, I like the combat. I actually did enjoy it. After, getting smacked around a few times with enemies blindsiding you from behind and just kind of learning how to control the combat arena, it really did click for me. But it's just, there's a lot of like just running from point A to point B and then back and then there and then back. And Senua doesn't run very fast to begin with. It just feels in those moments very padded because there's exposition going on for a lot of those sections to kind of keep you engaged through those sections. So I feel like I can see what they were going for, and I understand that, again, I think it is a game all on its own. I think it's one of a kind in its ambition and its scope and in what it tries to do, and especially in the way that it handles mental health and handles schizophrenia. I just didn't fall in love with it that I feel like a lot of other people have, and I'm curious to see how the sequel lives up. So I'm excited to hop in tomorrow because it comes out tomorrow, right? Yeah. I'm excited to hop in tomorrow on Game Pass and check it out. I've played through Little Kitty Big City. My review is live on Console Creatures. Love it. It was adorable. I went into it being like, this is going to be fun, and totally fell in love. It's
Shouldn't you call it? I believe you call things adorbs.
Adorbs. It was adorbs to the max. Adorbs to the max. It was just a really fun, well-designed platformer with some really cool mission design. It reminded me a lot of Untitled Goose Game, but just cute and not as... I feel like Untitled Goose Game was more difficult, but this is just much more... It's just more fun, in my opinion. It's just cute. I finished 1000X Resist last night. That is not on PlayStation, but I hope it comes there because it is genuinely one of my favorite games this year. It is like an A24 movie. It is weird as hell. It is confusing. It is ambitious. It deals with so much, and it's just a constant nonstop ride. Speaking of a game that, in that game, you do a lot of running back and forth. I never felt bored because I was constantly engaged with what was going on. But I really, really love that. And and of course, I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima on Steam Deck and on PC. Shout out to PlayStation Canada for hooking me up with the code because my God, it is so good to be back on Tsushima. It runs far better on Steam Deck than I ever expected it to. The folks over at Nix's are a bunch of wizards and wizardresses. It runs on medium to high settings, stable at 30 to 35 frames. If you're on high, it can dip a little bit under 30, but playing on medium, you have a solid 30 to 35. Drop it less, and you can easily get 40 to 45 frames out of that thing on Steam Deck. It feels so good having it on the go, just being able to hop in and being like, let me knock out a couple map markers that in my immediate vicinity. It just feels really good. And then playing on ultra wide on PC, it's just gorgeous. That game is as good as it was. Like that game came out today and it never launched 4 years ago, it would you wouldn't even think about it twice. It's just
question for you because I will say this before. It is definitely one of the best games in the last 10 years, like in the top 3 in the last 10 years.
Top 10, sure, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's up there.
It's up there.
I just can't believe how much I love that game.
Same, dude. It's genuinely incredible, and the multiplayer is so good. But yeah, I on PC and on Steam Deck, like Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank and stuff, all of those ran decently on Steam Deck with some tweaking, with some lowering. This just runs out of the box at medium settings with zero issues. Like genuinely shocking that it runs as well as it does.
Well, Nix's does it, right?
Yeah, Nix's also does Spider-Man and stuff. And again, Spider-Man ran okay. It didn't run fantastic, but it ran okay.
But it did after the patch. The second patch, I believe, was the second one that fixed it.
On Steam Deck, I'm talking specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, real good. But without further ado, folks, let's hop into some news before we get into our predictions, because we had a whole bunch of stuff happen over the course of the last week, including the unveiling of Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is coming from us over at Console Creatures. Who wrote this? Was it you?
No, it was not me.
It was Bobby. Bobby the homie writing on this. We got our first look. We got the trailer here, which I'll pry up in just a second. But we got introduced to our two main characters. I think it's I can't remember how
I think you got it right the first time.
Yeah,
I've been listening to a lot of YouTubers and Joe Raptor, who does like pretty much, he's like he's the Ubisoft guy. He says it's
Naoe. And Yasuke as our main characters. We are getting there's going to be both of them. You can choose from each one of them and see how the story plays out. Of course, the pre-orders are live across the standard, gold, and ultimate editions. There's a collector's edition that's exclusive to GameStop, I believe.
It is here in Canada, yes.
Here in Canada, yes. So we got a whole bunch here. Court, I'm going to throw it to you first as our resident Assassin's Creed aficionado while I run this trailer. Tell me thoughts and feelings about Shadows.
So for me, right off the bat, this is as an Assassin's Creed fanboy, and I feel like I am that, and I know someone else. So there's two of us on this team that are Assassin's Creed fanboys here. I've been asking for this game for years. I love the fact that we get two protagonists that have two different combat styles.
Yes.
I'm also not where Rice is going to talk more about the controversy surrounding this game, because I felt he put out a tweet earlier this week that I thought was bang on. But for me, I am super excited that, Naoe is going to be way more of that stealth assassin. And from an IGN article, pretty much said, like, if you're not doing stealth with her, you're going to get the living daylights beat out of you, which I even like even more. We are going to be going back to that RPG element. They've confirmed that, but you're going to have either your brute force, which are more like the Valhalla combat. With yeah, how do I say it, Matt?
Yasuke, I think.
Yasuke.
Yasuke. That will be your Valhalla type combat, and then you have Naue, which will be more that stealth combat. So I'm very interested to see, and they did mention in this IGN article as well that it's going to be almost just like with Grand Theft Auto, how you can just switch on the characters unless that mission is specific for that character. So each character is going to have specific missions that are for theirs in the story, but you can use either character to do any mission. So like for me, I'm probably going to try and do anything, the whole thing in that way as much as possible, because that to me is how I play Assassin's Creed, especially early on Assassin's Creed. It's all about stealth and doing that. But I do have a little bit of stuff here. Like I'm a Ubisoft partner, and they have given me some information that I can share with everybody here. So the country is on a brutal path towards unification, driven by the iron will of the Dimino Ada Nubanaga. I'm going to get all this wrong.
Nobunaga.
Thank you, Matt. See, I know you're better at it. Unrest grows as the new conditions appear as and corruptive foreign infiltrate the land. After the brutal invasion of the peaceful province of Iga, a young shinobi embarks on a journey to fulfill an impossible promise while a legendary samurai finds new purpose confronting the demons of the past. Like just that there, and the setting and what we saw and how much they brought the world to life in Mirage. I am super excited about this. We didn't see any gameplay, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I think we're going to see them. I would think at the PlayStation Showcase. We're also going to see it obviously at the Ubisoft Forward. That's what we'll see in gameplay. I think we're going to get another trailer at the PlayStation Showcase, but everything that we've seen from this game so far, even in the trailer, are the struggles that they're going through. And I am very excited. We do have, I will talk about, there are different versions of the game. I do find this weird that everybody's mad about this, because everybody is doing this. Like they've been doing this for years, that there's the one version, and especially Assassin's Creed, like the last 4 versions we've got of this game, there has been a mission tied to the pre-order. Like I don't understand that we get mad at Ubisoft, and I'm not sticking up for Ubisoft and some of the stuff that they've done to their employees and such, but it's so weird that people and gamers are getting mad at this one thing, yet every other game is doing this. Like every game, like Starfield, like every game. Like I don't get it. It's so weird to me. This is that's my I don't understand the huge amount of people losing their mind about this and Star Wars Outlaws. But I was like, when GTA will do it, and GTA is probably going to have like 15 different versions when it comes out in the fall of 2025, people are going to be lined up.
I feel like it's a lot
weird.
I feel like it's just a lot of close together. I feel like Star Wars Outlaws, I feel still was the anger there was much more justified because of the way that they handled marketing.
Sure.
I genuinely do understand that, but I feel like that was Ubisoft. This is Ubisoft. It's close together. I don't disagree that there is a lot of games that do this, and it's just become standard practice. I'm just wondering if we're getting to a point where it's so many games now are doing it so much that people are sick of it as a whole.
I don't disagree with you there, but I would. The one thing I will say about Ubisoft, and they've already said this about Star Wars Outlaws, 3 months after games release, those missions are given to everybody for free, every single time. So, and the missions, I can promise you, the Bear Wolf mission or whatever from Valhalla, I totally forgot about it. Don't even care. It had nothing to do with the game. So the only one I will say is when Hogwarts Legacy did it, the mission that they give you that you get for pre-ordering the game on PlayStation was a very good mission, and they still have not given that to everybody.
Oh, interesting.
But Ubisoft, every single time they do this, always, just like they do with the Division 2, they end up giving you the DLC for free. Always happens. And they give you missions constantly. In an Assassin's Creed game, on a monthly basis, they give you new missions and new side missions all the time for free for buying the game.
Bryce, hit me with the thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. Just echoing off of what you were saying there, Court. Like it's been done before. I think that people really do try and find stuff to complain about. Although I also am aware of some people who will complain and still get the game. You know, which is an interesting position in and of itself. But let's talk a little bit about the controversy. Listen, It's really tiring. It's really tiring. Just reading all of these very, very silly takes. We've been playing video games our whole lives, and we've been consuming digital media through this art form in so many different ways, experience so many different characters. But this is essentially what I tweeted. The irony is that the foundational idea of the franchise is the creed itself. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Even if we go back to the first Assassin's Creed, and Desmond, the main protagonist, is questioning why some events kind of felt altered or different, and the answer that Abstergo gave, or the scientist at the time, was just saying like, well, don't believe everything you read, don't believe everything that you have been taught just because someone told you to. And if you are rooting yourself in an argument that some creative choice that a studio makes infringes on your political ideology, or the characters in the video game do not fulfill your need for an accurate historical account, then I think that you've missed the point of this game and a lot of creative choices in general. And if you have an opinion that's really strong, and it's that strong about something executed in this form, which is art, by the way. Let's reiterate that it's art, where the protagonist is entering into this fictional machine that traces memories back to pseudo-historical characters and events by way of ancestral DNA, ... while discovering different factions and seeking a higher power. Y'all need to get off your computer and touch some grass.
Like literally, it's about aliens. If you watch those YouTube videos,
Facts.
it is all like they were originally, the end of the story was going to tell us that the whole thing was being controlled by aliens. Like, I'm more, I love how you touched on this, Rice. I'm more confused on the takes out there of, hey, there's not a Japanese protagonist. I'm like, did you, Naue is like literally Japanese, but I guess because she's female, it doesn't
Overlooked.
count. And then Yasuka is not a samurai until an actual samurai historian who is an ancestor of a samurai was like, yeah, he was. Like,
retainers are samurai. They are.
It's not even that. Like we've had people already debunk all of this on the internet who are historians, who are them, and it just doesn't even make sense.
See, but the thing is here, and I agree with both of you, and Rice, you've said that very nicely and politely, much more so than I'm going to.
Because
all of the racist, misogynistic, transphobic pieces of shit out there that have an issue with anything that ever comes up, that is anything that is not a cis white male protagonist, can get fucked. I'm sorry, the door is open, leave, and let it hit you on the way out. Facts. There is no logical argument to any of this. It does not matter what color, if they're because they're black, it's a problem. Because she's a woman, it's a problem. There's no other argument. When Neo came out, there was no, why is this man a blonde, blue-eyed protagonist? There's never an issue until it is not a straight white man that is in the pilot seat. That's it. There's no logical argument here. There's no, you cannot convince them that yes, it matters historically. You cannot convince them that there's no argument that you can levy at them that will change their position, because all they're doing is looking for something to be upset about, because gaming is becoming a bigger, wider space that is more inclusive and better for everyone involved. We get better stories, we get new perspectives, we get creators in here who may have never made games 20 years ago because it was too much of a white boy only space to try and wade into. This is purely a bunch of absolute man babies who don't deserve to be in the space, who've become emboldened over the course of the last 8 years or so because of people who are now much louder racist than ever before. And we've seen glorious pathways to doing all this and not paying even a single cent for it. So I don't care if you're a listener of the show that has an issue with it. I don't care. Leave. We're better off without you. Like, please walk. Please leave this space. If you are so mad and so upset, and you're out here harassing developers, harassing journalists, harassing anybody in the space who is actively working to make it better, this space is no longer for you, and you will not be missed. Leave.
Arrivederci.
So I think Shadows looks great.
Thank you, Ezio.
I think that both of the protagonists, I think that's a really cool way to differentiate the playstyles, because I know we spoke about how do you handle an Assassin's Creed game that is that is set in Japan without making it too much like Ghost of Tsushima. Two protagonists is a great way to split to kind of separate that out. I think there's a lot going for this game. I I don't know. I'm of the take that like I don't mind CGI trailers as tone setters because I think it's pretty
Same.
cool.
So they've been doing this for Ubisoft. Always gives CGI and then gives gameplay at
Well,
like E3.
Yeah,
They
a
always do.
lot of companies do this. This isn't a Ubisoft specific thing. Like a lot of companies do this.
Mhm.
I don't mind it when the next thing is around the corner. We know Ubisoft Forward is coming up in less than a month. I'm sure we're going to get plenty of gameplay of both protagonists leading up to and
They've already confirmed Ubisoft Forward.
Yeah.
We are getting gameplay, and like I said, I truly feel because they always do this. The Ubisoft Forward will get the gameplay, and then at play, it's usually PlayStation. Ubisoft usually for Assassin's Creed. Now, Far Cry is usually at Xbox. I don't know why it is, and Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed is always at PlayStation. I would at this rumored PlayStation showcase. I think we get more. We get like a gameplay trailer.
Is that an early prediction?
Yeah, it's definitely an early prediction.
Look at you trying to slide in here. And
I think for sure we see Assassin's Creed at the Ubisoft.
Look at you sneaking around here with your little sideways.
I mean, at PlayStation Showcase, 100%. I don't see how we don't.
I'm excited to see more. We'll be talking about it as we get closer. Let's hop into our next story coming from VGC because Ghost of Tsushima is PlayStation's 4th biggest Steam launch, coming from Tom Ivan. Update with a peak of 77,154 concurrent players. The game is now Sony's 2nd best Steam launch. According to figures from SteamDB, the game has attracted a peak of 59,000, now up to, 77,000 since its release on Thursday. Its total has only been bettered by 3 Sony-published games, 2 of which were developed by its internal studio. So here we have a list of the top 10 with Helldivers 2, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, which is now up in 2nd place, and so on and so forth. So it is obviously off to a roaring start. I think this was one that a lot of people were waiting on because, again, there isn't a lot like it out in the space. We're now seeing more of it. This is great. Kudos to Nix's. Kudos to Sucker Punch. I'm excited for more. I think
I put it in there just so we could just be like, give them their flowers because that game's amazing. I love the game, and I'm very happy it's doing well on Steam. Even against all the PlayStation's terrible at PC games thing.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's hop over to talk some of May's PlayStation Plus games because we have an update once again coming from VGC from Tom Ivan. We got our classics and catalog titles announced, everything coming into Extra and Premium, which includes Red Dead Redemption 2, Deceive Inc., The Sims 4, City Living, Crime Boss, Rocket City, The Settlers, New Allies, Stranded Alien Dawn, Cat Quest 2, the Lego Movie 2 video game, Watch Dogs, and hitting Premium are 2 Extreme, G-Police, and Worms Pinball. Rice, how are we feeling about this month's Extra and Premium titles? What are your thoughts and feelings?
Bruh. I mean, listen, Red Dead, that's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win, bro.
Like if you guys, if you are, subscribed and you have not played Red Dead, you got to get on that. That's a masterpiece right there, bro. So for me,
it's next time I'm gonna play it.
It's so worth it. It's just so worth it. Like
it is.
The horse thing. Matt and I talked about this. This horse thing is just.
I fell in love with Red Dead Redemption 2. I really love the first one, and the second one takes longer to get going, but once it does and once it clicks, you're off to the races for the rest of the way through. It is a slower start.
Absolutely.
I think I know as much as we say, a game takes 5 hours to get good. I do think Red Dead I think it does take that long for it to fully grab you. I think it will start to kind of reel you in a bit sooner, but I think it takes a couple hours for it to really click. But Rice, I think you're spot on here. I think Red Dead 2 is a massive get. Anything Rockstar we know is going.
Hey, Cat Quest 1 and 2 are very good games.
I don't doubt it.
Very good games.
I think the rest of these are okay to good for me. I think that a lot of these games I'm not even familiar with.
Right.
Which may not speak to the game's quality.
A Lego Movie game is also very good. Just saying. For the dads out there or the parents out there, fantastic. The way I look at this is I look at old PlayStation Plus and I'm like, pretty much everything is RPG. And I've been, as a parent, I've always been the advocate of hey, as a parent, you're not convincing me to ever get this service because my kids can't use it. And month in and month out, PlayStation has done a phenomenal job of putting in family-friendly content into the catalog. I think they've done a very good job, and not just that for the trophy hunters out there. Hey, these games are easy trophies, easy plats. You be happy. Go out there, get your plat real quick. Cat Quest 1, that's a pretty easy plat. Cat Quest 2, my daughter and I have been playing that for a while. I don't think that's an easy plat, but Lego video game, the movie, oh my God, like the easiest of easy
Nice.
splats. So go to your easy plats. You'll be happy about it. But I do think that they've done a good job of, here's some games for some people, and here, like, they've done a good job of doing a wide variety of games. There are still some of those months where it's just all JRPGs, but that's fine. I think their catalog itself, and I'm going to keep beating this horse, it's better than Game Pass right now. It is.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think they've been hitting on all strides, especially over the course of the last couple of months. We've been getting a lot of indie games launching straight into the service, and these are indie games that people
and I
are
still
excited
count
about.
the PlayStation Plus games that you get into your
Sure.
catalog.
I mean, it's still PlayStation Plus. That's still part of the
with
whole
all that,
package.
I think the catalog is better. Like, I've looked just recently, I went into my PlayStation 5 and I looked at the games that I've gotten for free, because you can get them, you keep them forever, right? I'm like, oh my God, like the whole Arkham series we've gotten, to all the Tomb Raiders, and I was like, we've gotten some great games over the years. So I don't know, the catalog is fantastic.
Let's stay on this Rockstar horse, because once again from VGC, from Chris Scullion, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be released in fall 2025. The game's first trailer only gave a 2025 window, but Take-Two has gone on to confirm as part of their financial report that it will be launching fall of calendar 2025. It also confirmed the development of NBA 2K25 and WWE 2K20.
I'm making a prediction.
Wait, well, it's not prediction time yet.
No. This is for 2025.
Let's
Game of the year, Grand Theft Auto. It's gonna kill everybody.
Here's the question, though. When is it going to launch? Is it going to be past the Game Awards cutoff? And is it going to be Game of the Year 2026?
I think this will be when Jeff Keighley's like, oh, that rule, that's not a real thing. This is like, if he wants Rockstar there, Jeff Keighley's gonna. Remember, there's only been one game where he was like, oh no, there's a rule, and that was Star Wars, when everybody wanted Jedi Fallen Order to win. Do you remember that? And it did make the cutoff, and then Keighley's like, well, no, it doesn't count. And we're just like, really? I think Keighley will do anything in his power to make sure, because if you have Grand Theft Auto on stage, your YouTube numbers go up. Everything about Grand Theft Auto makes your numbers go up. As much as people want to say people don't like this game, and because we're going to get when it comes out, this is a violent game, this is a terrible thing, because you get all that stuff. Let's be honest here. The games are great every single darn time. Like, every time. Because they don't rush their games, and they do a very good job of putting out a polished product. Besides their multiplayer, let's be honest, GT Online was terrible when it first launched, but their gameplay and their polish on their games when they release, some of the best in the business.
Even the collection.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yarded in the chat. So fall 2026 launch. Then I am not convinced that they are going to land this date.
Yeah, you don't think so? They do delay every time, right?
Well, listen, we already heard scuttlebutt and little rumors that it was supposed to be launching, and I think they were even talking about it, that it was supposed to be in this fiscal year, because they were looking for a huge bump coming into the beginning of 2025 that would have leveled out the losses that they had hit.
Yeah, the rumor was like February or something.
Yeah,
like that.
ahead of their fiscal year ended at the end of March. So that was already a thing. Now they're already pushing it back to fall. I don't really care when it comes out, because I'll be there day one when it does. If they need more time, let them take it. If they're doing all this to avoid crunch and a lot of the other crap that was thrown at Rockstar over the years, rightfully so. The Rockstar wives is a term because of them.
Yeah.
I like let them take their time. But Rice, do you feel like this is going to hit in fall?
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
Nah. I don't know. I look.
They've delayed the last three. The last three releases, I looked it up.
Thing.
They've all delayed from the date they said they were coming out.
I'll be there. Don't get wrong. I'll be there when it comes. But like, yeah. Oh, look at you. I'll be there. But like, I don't know.
Theme song.
Nope, you're not even singing the song. He doesn't know it. Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jackson 5.
It's such a good song.
It's a great song. I'll be there when it comes out. But I'm not holding my breath as to when it will be here. You know what I mean? It's the delays. I tend to waste a lot of energy on complaining about delays, so I'm trying to turn a new leaf and just be like, okay, it's fine. It'll be here when it's here.
I'm proud of I'm proud of you for turning a new Leaf Village, my boy. That's
the last Grand Theft Auto, when it was released, had 7 versions of the game.
Right.
Yeah, across like every platform imaginable.
So how many versions, like Premium Edition, Online Edition, Shark
Rockstar Edition? Watch.
Yep. How many editions we get of this game? I think
4.
they're going to set a new record on pre-orders on pre-orders and
Yeah.
2 on editions of a game. I think they
4.
will set it.
Normal,
4?
digital, deluxe, and like a Rockstar.
No, they always do a shark. They do a shark
Collectors.
card,
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
going to be that 4th one.
but
I'm
they
saying
have a
4.
collector's edition. They'll have a collector's edition. You know what's going to happen.
Maybe more than.
I think there's going to be like 7 or 8. There were 7 on the last one.
No, listen. I think it's totally fine if Rockstar does it. Like it's really okay for them to have that many versions. It's just fine, you know.
The fan base is there.
The fan base is there.
I think proven with Ghost of Tsushima's sales on Steam, it is proven that the zeitgeist we live in and everybody complaining doesn't matter because the people that are buying this stuff are like, I don't care what you think. They just go buy it anyways.
Even the people complaining will buy it.
Look at we've already said the pre-orders for Assassin's Creed Shadows are already higher than their expectations.
Let's stay on this controversy train because I'm going to pull up an article that court didn't include, but I did last second. Coming from Gamatsu, Shift Up considering Stellar Blade PC version and sequel cross-platform.
Oh, yeah, but that happened today.
Named Project Witches. Coming from Sal Romano, Shift Up is exploring the possibility of both a PC version of Stellar Blade and a sequel, in addition to its previously confirmed cross-platform newly codenamed Project Witches. The studio revealing its IPO filing on the Korean Composite Stock Price Index. So apparently, Stellar Blade. Even in the midst of all the made up problems of how a lot of big man babies were like, let's make Stellar Blade huge. Oh wait, they changed the costume. Never mind, free Stellar Blade. This game is shit. Censorship. This game is selling incredibly well. Japanese copies are literally flying off the shelves. They're selling out of physical box sales. The game is well past expectations because why?
It's good. It's a good game.
It's a good game.
It's a good game. No surprise at all to me that they're talking about a sequel. No surprise at all to me that they're talking about a PC version. Both of these things would benefit the game. And again, they're not a first-party PlayStation Studio, so I'm sure they're working with PlayStation and with PlayStation's new management. I'm sure they are going to be looking forward to more PC launches down the line. But just want to shout them out.
It right now. Just get it done.
Just get it done.
That game would kill on PC. The modders would just lose their.
Oh my god,
that would get so awkward so. You're gonna have a naked protagonist. It's gonna happen.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Triple tit.
Maybe.
Total Recall? We're gonna Total Recall this
Thank you.
Just three birds, 3 crow tits on screen at all times. They're gonna go straight Odin with it. And
straight Odin.
I'm going to drop the rest of the stories for this week because I want to give us some time to talk about some predictions because this is my favorite time of year, folks. I love prediction season.
He's lying. Matt loves Christmas.
He does. This is a video game Christmas. This is exactly that. This is a time where I get into the weeds, where I get granular with my predictions, where I make Court do the same because he always comes in with like one thing and then I make him drill down further and I will not let it go. I love this time of year. Regardless of if I'm right or wrong, it is hype. It is fun. And Rice, welcome to our first PlayStation Generations PlayStation Showcase prediction season, boys.
Let's go.
This is gonna work. Hell yeah. We're going to go around the horn. Everybody's going to toss out a prediction. I'm going to record them all. We will revisit this after the showcase to see who got the most points. And then whoever wins, Court will buy a pizza. And then we're going to have 3 predictions each and then 1 pie in the sky completely out there prediction that we don't think will happen, but would be incredibly hyped if it did. Rice, I'm going to give beginner's honors to you because
that's awesome.
This is your first time through. And we don't double up on predictions. I have a list of 10 predictions here, ready, stocked and loaded in case they get taken from others. Of course, they're already trying to slide in here with predictions early on as if it's just trying to create stuff. No softballs here, all right?
All right.
Thank you in the chart. No softball. Swing for the fences. Let's go, guys. Rice, hit you with your first prediction.
Ghost of Tsushima 2. Ghost of Tsushima 2. Let's get
not
it.
Pie in the, is that your pie in the sky? Or is
that's happening. That's happening.
All right.
It's happening.
I need more from you. Are we getting cinematic? Are we getting gameplay?
You have to die.
I need a window.
You have to say.
I think that if it is announced, it's going to be a CGI trailer. Not likely too much gameplay, but if there is, I would be surprised. And I'm looking forward to seeing Jin in a new light. And
do they give us a date, a month, a year? Do they give us any time frame, or is there no date on this?
Nah,
no date.
No date.
Okay.
No, they're just gonna. It's gonna be a huge tease, and everybody's gonna be hot and sweaty. But it's gonna be there. I will be hot and sweaty. I'll have 3 towels on my chair while this is happening. So
my knees will be weak. There'll be mom spaghetti.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
All
All
right.
of it.
Okay. Well,
All right.
that
So
already-
that's number one. That's number one.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
pick one at a time.
one at a time.
Okay.
Court, hit me with your first one.
So I want to start us off by saying that I truly believe, after them saying that we're not getting any huge titles this year, I believe them. But I also think after almost 2 years now of really not showing us anything,
Mhm.
they're going to blow people out of the water just by the amount of pushback and negative feedback they've gotten over the
Mhm.
years on the last little bit. Because I do think they have things coming, and one of them will be we are going to see gameplay of Wolverine.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was one of mine too.
Because we know that it exists. I don't want to talk about why we know it exists, but I think we will
Yes.
see gameplay of Wolverine. No release date. There are rumors that it comes out next year at the end of the year, but I'm not going to get there. They might give us a window, but I don't think they will.
So you're saying gameplay with no release window.
Yes, but it's a gameplay / CGI. So
That's
they're
fair.
going to do,
Yeah.
they're
Okay,
going to do
okay.
a trailer where they're going to show us the cutscenes.
Sure.
And with a little bit of gameplay, they're going to be like in engine. There's going to be a lot of the words in engine at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that addition.
You know what I'm talking about, Matt?
In engine. I do know.
In engine.
But I like that adding to the prediction.
Yeah.
I enjoy
There's
that
going to be a lot
That
of
is
in
very
engine at the
good.
bottom of the screen because they're not going to tell us, but I think it's going to be, they've done this before. The last time they brought out the PS4 Pro, all the trailers that we saw at the showcase, at the E3 showcase, they admitted after the fact it was all PS4 Pro.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Boys, we're off to a good start here. I'm going to start with one that I feel pretty strongly about, and I need to grab this before Court uses it because I'm sure it is.
No, you can't. Sobi, no.
No. I'm predicting that we are going to get our new Astro game announced.
Ooh.
Okay. I am saying they are going to give us a launch date in October. I'm going to say October this year. Is when
PS5
it's coming
Pro?
up. I'm saying that it is going to be both a PSVR 2 and flat. I think they're going to have both modes for it. You're going to play this on PSVR 2 or you're going to play this flat. It's going to work across both. And I'm going to go so far.
Oh, snap.
To name it. Okay. I think that this is going to be called.
Wow, you're naming it. This is
Wow. I see. Initially, I was going to say Galaxy, but we already have Super Mario Galaxy. I don't think they're going to go that close. I was thinking about Adventure, but we already have Sackboy, and that lives in Adventure. I'm going to say Astro's Universe. I feel like they're going to stay in that kind of space theme. I think that's going to be big.
The last one was Playroom, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to. I think we're going to get a lot of the almost like. I do think, Court, that you and I are right to some extent that we're going to get pieces of other PlayStation IP within this. I don't think they're going to go as far as you and I would like them to in a full-out Kingdom Hearts style, going into God of War and hanging out with Kratos. But I think we're going to see very cheeky and very nice reminders to PlayStation IP in the way that they did with Playroom. So I'm saying a new Astro game titled Astro's Universe coming out in October, hitting PSVR 2 and PS5. That is my first prediction. Rice, hit me with number 2.
Oh, okay. Number two. Let's see here. And remasters and remakes.
You're
count,
allowed
right?
to take easy ones.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay.
You can
Because
take
I was
the easy ones. You could take the swinging easy because we know there's stuff there.
the Horizon remaster. The Horizon remaster.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
is coming through. Is coming through. Faux show.
Okay.
I mean, it was taken off the PlayStation Plus, so
Yep.
I mean that was a dead giveaway.
So let me ask you this.
He's not wrong.
Let me ask you this. What is it that you think that they're going to zero in on when they announce this game? Because they can't just be 4K 60.
Yeah, they're going to announce something else to say it comes with it.
There's going to be something that they're going to be like, this is why you need to play the remake or remaster of this game. What do you think it's going to be? Or do you think it's only going to be 4K 60? It looks better. It runs better. That's all.
Co-op.
Oh,
bro! I've played Horizon so many times that I'm like, I would really love to play this with someone else.
Well, originally it was, right? We know this. The original dev dives in this game, it was a co-op game.
Exactly that. Give me that, bro.
I like
a multiplayer co-op.
Let me ask you one last thing before we move off this, and you don't have to include it in your prediction if you don't want to. I'll leave that up to you. Will this be in VR? Like, will there be a VR? Like,
yes,
you can play this VR or not.
I think so. I think so. They've put work in.
Your prediction?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, Matt did that just to sucker you. Like that was well.
No,
played.
because I genuinely think they have groundwork for it.
Yes,
in
no, I
a
agree.
Horizon
Yeah.
VR game. I think that's another way to take this supposed remake and make it into even something more.
I'm swinging, bro.
I like your swings, bro. I like it. I like it. Final question: do you think we get a launch window, a launch date? When do you think this is coming? Or do you think no window at all? It's off the trigger.
No. I think that this comes winter 2024.
They're just gonna say winter. Okay, I like that because that
Winter.
could be 2025. That
Yes.
could still be 20. Okay,
Just say winter.
okay, just winter. I like that. Okay, winter. I'm with you. Court, hit me with your second.
PS5 Pro shown.
Son of a.
Yeah, well, that's an easy one. Let's be honest here. PS5 Pro shown, and then what we're gonna get later on, and I'll add to it just to make it feel better, Matt. I'll
Yeah,
add to it.
I was gonna ask.
We are
questions
going
about-
to get trailers later on of other games that'll say footage in PS5 Pro.
like a sizzle reel, a PS5 Pro sizzle reel. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
are going to get shown the PS5 Pro. We will see this thing.
Mhm.
We will get a release date for said thing
Is it
and the
white?
dollar amount.
Is it white?
I think it will be, but I really wish it wasn't.
Okay, you think it's gonna be white?
Yeah.
You think we're getting the dollar amount even? You think they're gonna price it?
Everything. We'll get everything.
Okay, then I need from you the dollar amount. And you give me a
$5.99.
range. $5.99 USD.
No, I was thinking
CAD.
Canadian.
CAD.
Oh, no,
$5.99
no.
CAD.
Yeah, no, $5.99. Well, what was it for? So it was $5.99 for PS4 when it came out for us.
PS4 Pro.
No, PS5. Sorry, PS5 was $5.99.
629. 629.
Oh, so yeah. For us, $6.99 US, $5.99.
$5.99 USD. Okay. Okay. And I need that release then. Do you think we're getting everything?
Fall.
When does it come?
Fall.
Just fall? You think they're
Yeah.
just gonna say fall?
October. I'll be totally honest with you. It always comes out around my birthday. My birthday
Mm.
is October 26th. So PlayStation consoles come out around my birthday every single time.
Okay. So do you think they're gonna date it, or do you think they're just gonna say fall and then talk about
Fall.
it more later?
I think they'll fall, and then I think the traditional PlayStation way, we will get a blog post
Okay.
with the date and the pre-order information.
Okay. Okay.
They'll definitely have a blog post. It'll get shown. It'll give us a release window. It'll
Mhm.
show us a sizzle rail, and then our emails will go off, and we've got a new statement coming from Sony, and you'll go on PlayStation blog, and there it is. It'll go more in depth on the PlayStation blog. I think they're going to focus just on gameplay trailers, showing us the thing and being like, here it is, and then doing gameplay trailers, and then release a blog after. So that's added. Release the blog after with all the information.
Follow-up question, and again, up to you if you want to include this. Do you think it will come with the DualSense Edge, like the Pro controller?
The reason why I'm going to say yes, and originally I was going to say no. Actually, no, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because they're still having the issues with the modules, and I think that would be a bad move on their part.
On their
fart.
Yeah,
On
on
their
their fart. On their
On
fart.
their
Because
On their
I just got a
flatulence.
module again. I bought it on Amazon, and they're already sold out again. They already have a serious issue right now with their modules.
Mhm.
And to be honest, if they put one of those bad boys in there, then you're at $7.99. And I just think that is too high to get over
Right.
for price. I think it's easier just to put a DualSense Edge in there and maybe put like the word Pro on it, like make it look a little different so that you know that this Edge is different.
Mhm.
But I mean, the DualSense is different, but to put the DualSense Edge in there, I think you're just raising the price too much and pricing people out, and you'll be pulling a Xbox when they
Okay.
put in for Xbox One's release.
Kinect.
The Connect. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Kinect.
that's Seward Xbox. And I think if they put the Edge in there, they're gonna sewer themselves.
Interesting. Okay. I actually think that they may include it regardless of raising the price too much. I think that they may eat it a little bit. And
Oh, eat it. Okay. If they eat
Yeah.
it, sure. But they can't, you can't.
to me, it
That's
feels weird to have like,
$6.99
yeah.
is like the sweets, $5.99 US, $6.99. You're not getting into that Apple territory of being ridiculous.
Mhm.
It probably end up being $5.99 US and $7.29 Canadian. Like, who are we kidding? But like,
I think you're onto something. I think you're probably spot on with all this. I can see a world where this is $4.99 USD, $5.99 CAD.
oh
I
wow,
can see a
that would-
world
that would be
where
impressive.
this kind of comes in hot. But
They could almost do an addition. So they're gonna have a discless and a disc, right? Well, no,
we don't know. We don't
we
know
don't
what they're doing with this.
I'm not even gonna get into that because that would be
No,
tough.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it probably
fair.
just be diskless
Fair.
and you can attach it, but maybe they do the pro version, like you can get the Edge with it, or the ones that you don't get the Edge. But the Edge is sold very well for them, so I don't know if they need to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm. Okay.
And Astro obviously in the box. Like, who are we kidding?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
Yarden,
yeah.
you just under the chat. That would make a lot of sense if it's launching.
Oh wow, I didn't even see the chat.
Yeah.
We're on the same.
There you go,
It makes
Yarden.
too much sense to go with your prediction because Astro's Universe could be like, you can play it on the PS5, or here's what it looks like, and here's what you can do on the Pro.
Okay, I'm with you. My next prediction is I think that we're going to get a gameplay trailer of Kingdom Hearts 4.
I think that would be amazing.
I think this game is pretty imminent. Like, I mean, in the next calendar year. I think they're going to give us a year.
Well,
of
Matt,
2025.
based on the earnings call, we know what's in the next calendar year.
Well, listen, it's Kingdom Hearts.
I'm just saying.
There's no guarantee.
But
I actually think it'll launch in 2025. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think it'll get dated for 2025. I don't think they're going to be any more specific than that, but I think they're going to date it as 2025. And I think we're going to see clips of Inside Out. Okay. I think we're going to get clips. Remind me, did we see Moana or no?
No, we did not.
No.
Moana. Inside Out, Moana.
Wait, hold on. But if we get Moana, is The Rock in the game? His voice.
No.
Really? Okay.
No, I don't think it'll be him voicing it. I think it'll probably be a voice actor that is doing
I thought
a
for sure it would be.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a chance he's weird enough that he might do it.
He loves video games, so that's why I'm just like, and he's got kids, and it's like,
And I think we're gonna get one more. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say Descendants.
You want me to go ask my daughter? She probably.
I'm gonna
has a
say
better idea.
Descendants. I'm gonna say Descendants.
Descendants is tough though.
I know, but I think they're
Especially because one of the actors killed themselves. Like, it's a tough one, dude.
I know, but I still think that it is a very, very beloved Disney property, especially for the younger
My daughter
generation.
loves it. She dressed as Mel for Halloween, dude.
Bro, those songs live in my brain.
I know.
I know, but what are you
still
gonna
catch
do?
you.
You're gonna put like a cartoon with a
Chilling
real
like a villain.
person?
Yes, because I think
Space Jam.
I think what they're doing is I think what they're doing here is, from what we've seen of Kingdom Hearts 4, is it's already looking more like Final Fantasy than it did Kingdom Hearts. So I think we're going to get some live action properties in here that will look a little bit more closer to home than they are not. So I'm going to say Descendants. I think Descendants is a swing because I don't know if it's big enough overall for it to land, and I don't know if it's like considered classic Disney enough in terms of what we've seen in these worlds so far. I think that's too TV Disney, but I'm going to toss it in there. I like that's what I'm going to say. Kingdom Hearts 4 with gameplay similar to like what you're thinking with Wolverine CGI gameplay mix.
Yeah,
2025
when you know it's gameplay, but it's really just a cutscene, but we let it happen, right?
Yeah. Inside Out, Moana, and Descendants.
Okay.
Rice, hit me with your number 3.
Okay.
Hit me with
I don't know if you
your
are
shot.
expecting this one, but Until Dawn's enhanced version for PlayStation 5 and also a VR support.
VR.
for Until
Jesus,
Dawn.
you're speaking Matt and I's language. We want VR.
Until Dawn, for me personally, was just like a fun experience. It's something that I had streamed. It was like, and a lot of the chatter and conversation around it actually had us talking about when the enhanced version would come out. So yeah, let's put that in there. I want it. Give it to me.
When do you think? When? I need to
This fall.
This fall. You're thinking
This
like
fall.
This fall. Okay.
I think that makes more sense.
I think
it's
I think
like
as in
Halloween.
October. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially
Way
Absolutely.
too smart. It would be smart of them to do that.
Yeah.
It would
A lot of
always
us
make
been waiting.
Now, can I
Too much
ask you a
sense.
question?
Mhm.
The PS5 version, if you own it on PS4, do you get the free upgrade or is it $10? Because that's PlayStation's motto, right?
Yeah.
I can understand paying for VR or VR. What is free for the person that previously bought this game?
nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Nothing.
But it would be a small fee to upgrade to at least the enhanced.
Sorry, $11.99 Canadian. For your American users out there, you get your
That's
$10. It is $11.99 for us.
That's
I
right.
think there's a chance that they may do the 4K 60 in a patch, but I think anything further than that is going to. I'm sure there's going to be other enhancements, like Rice is saying. I can see us paying for that. But okay, I like it, Rice. I like it.
Yeah.
That's your 3 predictions locked in. We'll come back
Yes.
around for our pie in the sky, unrealistic but hype predictions. Court, hit me with your final prediction.
Uncharted.
Ooh.
We get our trailer, CGI trailer for Uncharted. The reason I say this, and Matt knows why, I'm going to say it until it happens. I'm just going to keep saying it because I don't think it's a pie in the sky because they put it in the damn commercial.
Right.
There was a commercial for PlayStation. What was it? PlayStation Live or whatever it was called.
Yeah, they were
weren't
just they were
fan of the
hyping a bunch of
marketing.
stuff. Yeah,
The name, the marketing ploy around it wasn't the best, but they put Uncharted in the commercial. They put Drake's daughter in the commercial.
Right.
Anybody
we
who
think.
if you are a fan of the series, we all know that her name, not no, Sarah's Last of
Cassie.
Us. Yes, Cassie. Sarah's Last of Us.
Cassie.
Cassie. So it is a female character
Mhm.
in a tomb grabbing trailer, and it's not Lara Croft. And it's
Mm.
only PlayStation first party stuff is shown.
Right.
Let's be honest here. Everything in there in these commercials were only PlayStation first party. There are many, 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 many rumors that one of my favorite studios, Sony San Diego, is making this game. I think we get was it a Vuvuzela? What's that instrument called?
A vuvuzela?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Like
that's the noise at the beginning of Uncharted, like that.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
made by
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we will get that noise. We will see Sony San Diego will show up just like they do with Naughty Dog, and we're all gonna know what it is, and we know
Yep.
that we get a new Uncharted. It's not going to be a remastered. It's going to be
Completely
Uncharted.
new.
We're getting
Starring
another
Cassie.
game starring Cassie.
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 Do
Oh,
they
Drake will
date
be in
this-
it, but it's starring
Sure.
Cassie. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
they date this at all?
No, I think they give you a window, and that is it.
What do you think that's going to be? Like, are you saying
2026.
2026? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this. I am with you. I think that there has
How
to
many
be
have I
a new
stolen of you
Uncharted.
right now?
That one I actually left off because I was anticipating you were going to go for
Yeah.
it. Like Uncharted 4 launched when?
End of the
2016.
PS4, right near
So-
the end. So the last game of the PS4 was Last of Us Part 2, right? The last game of the PS3 was Last of Us Part 1. Uncharted released in the middle.
Uncharted 4 came out 2016. So 2026, a decade later, to come in with the new Uncharted
So
feels
that's what I
right.
mean. In the middle of the, you remember?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels right. I think
Mhm.
you're onto something here. All right, my final prediction. Which one do I want to go with? I'm going to go out.
And the Assassin's Creed thing, that was just,
Yeah, no, I know.
Mhm.
Let's just have fun with it. I think we're going to see Ben's new game.
Ooh, I hope so. I hope so.
I think the Bend new IP is a lock. I don't know what that game is, but I think that I think they're going to do
Now,
like a
is it just
February
CGI trailer,
2025.
which is allowed?
No, I think this is going to be both like CGI and gameplay. I think this is probably their next major title. I think that
I thought Wolverine was.
I think it'll be before that.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm saying I think there's probably a good 2 to 3 first party games before Wolverine. I think that they've been very, very clear about this fiscal year is going to be a slow one. There's not going to be anything massive, but
Correct.
There's going to be nothing.
Everything they pretty much said like
which to me-
everything's coming next year. Wait for it. Yeah.
Which
Right.
to me sounds like an Astrobot, which sounds like an Until Dawn remake, which this sounds like a lot of
Horizon remake, like what? Yeah, it
Yeah.
those make sense.
Here's stuff to keep you
Or
you
that
engaged.
Lego game that's rumored. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Ben's new IP, it's been quite a while since Days Gone. They've been pretty active on Twitter with like little hype things and little check-ins. I feel like we're going to get like a generous unveiling of them. I'm talking
Right.
a CGI trailer. I'm talking gameplay, like genuine gameplay. I think they're going to go out and be like, here is Ben's new game. Here is how they are coming back from Days Gone. This is their take two. This is what they're doing. And I think they're going to go so far as say February 2025.
Oh,
I
wow,
think that
okay.
this is like pretty imminent. I think it could be like February, March-ish. Like I think it's going to be the beginning of their next fiscal year. So like or somewhere around that February, March, April range. But I think we're going to get like a generous showing of what this game is because I think this is probably going to be their next major title. That
Yeah,
they're going
I
to
think
go all in on.
I think you're banging on that because I do think that they want to sell the PS5 Pro. Especially when we saw that stat that like 50% of the users on PSN are still on a PS4. They want people to either get back into the PS5 or the PS5 Pro. And the only way to do that is put out banger first party stuff. Like we're definitely going to see Marathon there. Like we all like,
Right.
You're going to get that. You're going to get Silent Hill.
Let's finish our
Pie in the Sky. Yeah. Well, those are not Pie in the Skies though.
Yeah, I think you're right though. Like I think we're like fair. What is it? Fair games.
Fair game. I think a contraband or is it
Concord.
Concord.
Concord
Yeah, we'll see those. Those are not
Yeah.
pie in the skies. We're gonna see that kind of stuff.
for sure.
I'm not saying pie in the sky yet.
Yeah,
I haven't gone there.
I think they're going to come out swinging because I think after last year's showcase they have to. I think that was the most common criticism they got last year, was that there was not enough first party. And whether it's 25, 26, or 27, I think we're probably going to see things across all 3 of those years.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get quite a bit. Final pie in the skies. Rice, hit me with your big wish. With your big wish.
Give me Bloodborne 2, bro.
Okay.
Give me Bloodborne 2.
No remaster, just Bloodborne 2.
Just give me Bloodborne 2, bro. Because like I know that people, it's because Bloodborne is so like revered that it's like.
But guess what? Matt and I looked at the sales one time.
Yeah,
not so good.
They were nice. They were nice, eh?
They weren't the best. For what everybody says how good this game is.
Yeah.
But I think with the hype of Elden Ring, I think it would have done better.
So by February 2022, 7.46 mil. So pretty good.
Yeah, good. But not what like the way people talk about this game. It's like it's
not
like Spider-Man 2.
It's
like,
not scaled the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me that as a pie in the sky, man. That would be incredible, especially with like the new hardware we have. And man, wouldn't it be amazing with VR support as well?
Oh man, I like where your head is at.
I am shooting for the stars here.
And you know what, dude? Let me ask you this. Just to whet the appetite a little bit.
Oh yeah.
We know a revered PlayStation's first party studio is working on a new game. A studio known for remaking games very faithfully and maybe getting creative license to do whatever they want. A studio that has remade FromSoft games before.
This is true.
Do you think Bluepoint could be working on a Bloodborne 2? Because they said it's an original game.
Yep.
Sony owns the IP.
Yep.
Do you think it could be Bluepoint?
Absolutely. It makes perfect sense. Now that could be a little bit of my bias and my wishful thinking.
From Software is doing the next Elden Ring, are they not?
We don't know what they're doing.
We don't know.
They like money. Let's be honest here.
I mean, yeah.
We like money.
And Elden Ring is a good
it's a thing. It'll be like an HBO show eventually.
Yeah. But hey, man, to me that makes complete sense. And I would really love that. I would really, really love that.
I like it. I think that is a true pie in the sky. Yeah, I don't think we need anything more than Bloodborne 2. I think that is enough. Court, hit me with your pie in the sky.
I'm gonna say it, and I know it doesn't exist, but because I say this, it's the same pie in the sky I give every single time. I get my infamous remaster 4K. I get Delson's
remake.
Remake everything.
Everything.
Ground up.
Okay.
Ground up. I know we're not getting it. They pretty much said we're not getting it. But I have to keep saying it so that it doesn't die off in my brain.
Okay. I like it.
Right.
I like it. I want that for you because I also want that. I also want this to make a comeback.
It's such a good franchise.
And I hope that your dream comes true one day. As for my pie in the sky, I'm going to paint you a little picture. Okay. We start off top view of a city. Okay.
Right.
The camera's going to swing in, going through apartments, flashing through. We're going to see a zip line, and we're going to see little feet skittering across. We see a tail swipe across, ring its tail, gray, black. We see him. We see a shadowy figure hop into an apartment building. Okay, there's a safe. Starts opening the safe, and we cut to inside the safe. The safe opens up. We see Sly's face come into frame. Okay, we see Sly's face come into frame, and there's shiny stuff. There's glittering all over his face. He reaches into grabs. And then a portal appears behind him, and he jumps into PlayStation's All-Stars Battle Royale 2 because there's a sequel, and they're going to use Sly to kick things off. We're going to get a sequel where there's going to be a whole bunch of first-party characters.
It's definitely pie in the sky.
In PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2, I ask for this every time, and every time I will continue to ask for this. Similar to Court, I need this game. The first one was way better than people get credit for, and they need a second shot to make this into a franchise that can rival Smash Bros. Because I genuinely believe that they can do it. They have the first-party library now, and they have the characters. They could do this. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2. Lock it in. It's happening. And I promise you, if this ever happens, you will never hear the end of it. Ever. Let's quickly hit on some questions and some predictions from the audience because Ed Varnell at That Retro Code, his prediction saying Media Molecule makes their first multi-platform game, PS5, PC, Mario Paintish puzzle adventure game. So something in the realm of Mario, some sort of platforming.
With Nintendo?
No. He's saying like that kind of game.
Okay.
And his question: do you want a heavy Sony partnership state of play to happen with new IP, or would there be a better route once a year for the PS community? So he's saying I think
Stellar
Blade.
I don't think
that kind of partnerships.
I think it won't be. I think they're going. we're gonna, like I said before, I think we'll see Assassin's Creed. You're gonna see those because it actually works out in Xbox's favor. Because I mean, in PlayStation's favor, because Xbox has all these studios now, they have to show all the Activision and like that takes up a lot of their time.
So what I think what he's asking is like how Nintendo does their partner.
Oh yeah, no,
their partner direct, like a specialized.
Okay.
No, I
focus on
I
third
don't
party.
even think I even think that whole partner thing. Yeah, I think that's done. Like Final Fantasy, Square Enix pretty much just told them like we're done with that. I
Mhm.
think I think that's done. I think that's
Yeah.
done, man. I do think these console exclusives from non-first party studios. I think that day is done. We might get Windows. I think it's gonna be more DLC type stuff. But I think like no, you're gonna see third party stuff. Like I also think BioShock gets shown at the PlayStation showcase. I think that's where
Right.
we see it. That 2K and PlayStation, they've been besties forever. I think that's where we see. I think you'll probably get Borderlands at Xbox and you'll get BioShock at a PlayStation, especially since the original BioShock launched first on PlayStation. I think we're going to see that, but we're not going to be seeing these, PlayStation third party console exclusives.
I think we may for a couple of years still, just because I'm sure there are already contracts that have been signed that have detailed some of these on some things. I think you're probably right over the course of the next 5 years. But in terms of like a specialized partner showcase, I don't think so.
No.
PlayStation already kind of details what you can expect to see at State of Plays and at first part and at showcases. They've gotten pretty good at being like, tune in for 20 minutes of third party this or third party that. I don't think they'd be so specific as to like completely sideline it. They like to kind of sprinkle in everything and create a PlayStation moment, regardless if that's third party or not. I don't see them going the route of only doing a third party showcase. I think they'll kind of mix everything together.
And usually they do their RPGs, and I think they've to coin a phrase to not be disgusting, but they blew their load in the last year on RPGs. I think they're good for a little bit. Like, let's be honest here. Like you RPG fans, you got your stuff. All right. You got to chill a little bit.
No more.
Oh my God. The amount of JRPGs we've gotten from PlayStation in the last 2 years is ridiculous.
Sumit Roy at Black Wyver writes in with his prediction saying he thinks we'll get a second DLC of Final Fantasy 16. Details will drop. But yeah, because we know there's one coming. An update on PS5 Pro and a Venom game announcement. And it's for his question. Building on his question from last week, we've been disappointed with recent DC games. If DC was to pivot to Batman-focused games, would you rather have a remake of Arkham Origins or a Batman Beyond game set in the Arkham universe?
I wouldn't, if I was going to remake the Batman series, you're definitely remaking Asylum just because it's not as long and it would probably be easier if you were going to do as a remake. And there's so many great characters in it, and it'd show more of like, oh my God, how much different the game looks. Yeah. But I think if they were going to make a Batman game, you're making a brand new one in the Arkham universe, because I think if Rocksteady gets another chance and doesn't get shuttered after the bomb that is Justice League, Kill the Justice League, which is all on them, then they have no choice. Based on what Warner Brothers is saying, it has to be a Batman Arkham game in the Batman Arkham universe. They have no choice.
Right. So what about you? Do you want an Arkham Origins remake or do you want Batman Beyond?
Man, Batman Beyond is kind of enticing to me just because I just love Batman Beyond. I don't know how
same, but I just want an animated movie.
Yo, for real. Anything Batman Beyond. I don't know how well it would do like in the video game universe, but I think that there's enough prestige with the show, with the fandom that it would be a pretty good contender at least.
Would they give Rocksteady another chance at a non-Arkham game though?
Probably
well, Batman
not.
Beyond would be set in the Arkham.
But the Arkham universe compared to Batman Beyond, like I would think if you're going to make a Batman Beyond, you're going to have to put, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rice, because I know you like it as much as I do. You're going to give me colorful, not dark. The Arkham universe is dark.
Yeah,
Batman Beyond in the Arkham universe, I think I'm going to say it right now, would suck.
Yeah, it would change the color palette for sure. Yeah.
Well, I think pushing it into like the future could mitigate that with them still kind of setting it in the universe.
Okay. Fair.
But I think Batman Beyond would be amazing. I would take that over Arkham Origins any day of the week.
Agreed, but I think they have to play it safe because they want to keep their jobs.
Right.
I don't disagree, but I feel like the kind of money that WB wants, you will not get it from a remake. You would get that from a new title that blows people out of the water.
You would for a short period of time. You would get it.
You would get it. Yeah, you'll get a short influx. Sure.
To make their shareholders happy and then be like, you can make the big game. Yeah. I don't see based on that stock, that earnings call, like they pretty much said Rocksteady, like, you suck. This is all on you. And way to go. port key for making an amazing Harry Potter game, and we're only going to do that kind of thing now.
So it'll be a
That's what
gamble.
they said on the call.
So it'll be a gamble is what you're saying, like a huge gamble on.
Yeah, they're not going to do any gambles. They're going to do zero gambles moving forward. That's pretty much what they said on the call, that they're going to focus on major IPs moving forward, is what they said.
Right. I don't know. I really want a Batman Beyond game. I think that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. Just like I would love a Across the Spider-Verse game.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, true.
Same. Big same. Steve,
we had it. They canceled it, and it's pissing me off. Continue.
Vigvari writes in with his final question at SVigvari. Hi, PlayStation generation. Long time, first time. Who is the first party PlayStation mascot that you know you could easily kick the shit out of? Like unequivocally put 6 feet under. And none of that easy sack boy BS either. So what PlayStation first party mascot do you think you could put in the dirt?
Why didn't I think of this more?
I think if this is just fisticuffs, okay, if this is a brawl that we're taking equipment off the table and we're taking out time for prep, I think I could sink Ratchet. I think I could put him in the dirt.
Like kick him, like he would be like attacking, like humping your leg. You just beat him up. Like, come on.
I think I could.
That's
take
almost
him
a sack boy answer. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fine. I'll think about this again.
It's pretty. Come on. He's like a little fur without his guns. He's nothing.
He's got a wrench.
Okay, define
your shins.
Also, let's
any
define
PlayStation
mascot.
first party. Any PlayStation first party.
Okay.
So like you could. No one's gonna say Joel because it's too soon. But like
no. I would say Nathan Drake, man. If we're taking equipment off the table,
you think you could take out Drake?
I love it.
Sir.
I love it.
See this.
Yes,
my
sir.
joke was like, I'm gonna take Sully because he's drunk all the time. That's what I was going with. Because Sully's always hammered, right?
Nathan Drake is incredibly lucky. If he was in a controlled environment, I think I could take him
down. Like, you're gonna have to keep like, remember that bar scene? What's that?
That's true. He has a lot of endurance. Yeah.
Sully doesn't. You can take Sully. I'm gonna take Sully.
Easy.
I think I could take Cork. I think he's big, but I think he's gonna go down easy.
Let's go.
I think Captain Quark is more talk than anything else. I think I could sink his ship.
But I guess Spyro and all those old
tiny
Activision titles don't count, right? You can't go.
No,
after
I'm taking out like I mean.
So we're saying any character that's in a PlayStation first party, or is he saying it has to be a cartoon character? Is that what he's saying? Because a mascot, because Kratos is a mascot for PlayStation now.
Yeah, but I don't think any of us could. So I think not even the three of us combined.
Crash doesn't count, right?
I think I would count Crash. Like it is legacy PlayStation
anymore.
It's legacy though.
Xbox. He's Xbox though.
That's true.
Sure, but I'm counting him as like a legacy PS.
Like I would joke to Delson because he was a terrible character. No offense, Troy Baker, but your character sucked.
You want to go up against one of the infamous people?
But Delson sucked, man. He did.
He got powers, bro.
Doesn't matter. He sucked.
Which number was that?
That was the
second son.
Second son.
Fetch
Fetch would have like mopped the floor because that first light, that was the best DLC. She'd mop the floor with Delson because he was too busy crying over his emo stuff over in the corner.
I think I could probably take out Sly as well.
Yeah. But I
think patching him would be the biggest challenge.
He'd be like taking out your legs from underneath you with his little cane thingy.
Yeah, but then what is he going to do next? And he's going to have
his
to
little turtle buddy comes in.
He's got a little twig. No, there's not a team up. There's not multiple.
They are a team, though.
I could take out Sam Bridges.
That is a good answer. That is a good answer. All you have to do is like slightly like close a package wrong and watch him fall, and then you just take him out. I think
that's it. That's it.
An
uneven package.
By the way, on predictions because we all know it's going to happen, right?
Right.
I could take out BB. No problem. One
easy.
finger.
Easy.
One finger.
Easy.
Oh, Matt, I'm surprised you didn't mention a character that you probably want to take out.
Parappa. I don't want to fight a dog.
What was his name in Stellar Blade? The robot. The guy who voiced. Yeah, you want to take him down.
I liked Adam. Steve
it was
Adam.
me and
I didn't mind Adam. And yeah, you could probably wash him too. It's not going to be much of a fight.
Yeah.
Or maybe let's see.
Atreus is easy. That's an easy answer. Like,
Atreus.
I would not throw down Atreus.
I would not mess with that.
Yeah, once again, he's too much of
his health bar is like 800 times yours.
Yeah, fair point.
He's got endurance for days.
What's the android's name from Detroit Become Human?
Oh, Emobot? The one that's like
Yeah.
too wrapped up in his feelings.
The Android
yeah.
Martin Luther King
Okay,
Jr.
have we not noticed a pattern here that almost every PlayStation first party character is so wrapped up in his feelings a lot? Like they always have the one like strong one, and then the other one it's like, I'm so sad about everything right now, all the time.
Philosophical court. They're
Dude, Delson
philosophical.
like cries throughout the whole game, even in like
That's
his
fair.
little all that character does is cry. He's like spray painting on the wall. He's like, I'm gonna cry about this. Like, dude, calm down. It's not that
It's
hard.
gonna be okay.
You have powers, dude, and you could take over the world, and you're like, me.
Second Son was a good game. That brings us to the end of this week's show. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.
Cole was amazing.
Hit us with your predictions below. We'll see, and I'm sure if schedules allow, whenever the showcase hits, we'll probably be doing a live reaction to it on the channel here. So please stay tuned.
Not probably.
We'll keep you all posted. We will be doing it, but we'll catch you guys next week or sooner. You never know if the showcase hits. But Court, if people wanted to hear more from you, where could they do so?
You can find me on the intraweb at Court Lalonde on all social media platforms, or you can find me every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time at 3 Dads in a Console, and you can also find me on Console Creatures.
Go find him in all those places. And what about the PlayStation Hogger himself, Mr. Rice Boy?
Appreciate you. You can find me on Twitch at RiceBoy3Ys TV, RiceBoy TV, also as well on social media platforms. Thank you.
Make sure you go follow both of these wonderful individuals in all the respective places. You can find me over on X, the seminal social media platform, at Matt_SilverSoul over here on Console Creatures, and of course on But Why Though as well. Folks, we will be seeing you next week. Stay well. Peace.